Viven en un country. Andan en BMW para arriba. Los fines de semana se cogen a las mejores minas. Morfan bien todos los días. El día anterior al partido durmieron tranquilamente en un hotel 5 estrellas y se rascaron la verga durante 24 horas sin hacer nada, jugando al ping-pong y al pool y a la play. Juegan al fútbol todos los días de su vida. Los botines, $6.000, $5.000, no sé cuánto salen, ponele 3.000 mangos, 4.000 mangos, están vendados por un kinesiólogo. Están bien comidos, están bien entrenados. Las medias, que son las que no te cortan la circulación, los pantaloncitos, que son los de los huevos, que no te raspan los huevos, la camiseta te estira la espalda, es la que no transpira, que sale 800 pesos, no sé cuánto sale una camiseta para jugar al fútbol. La pelota es perfecta, 120 euros. Inflada con un barómetro a 8 bares. La cancha no tiene un solo pozo. El arco tiene 7,20 metros por 2,40. Te aplauden cuando salís a la cancha. La concha de tu madre, no sabés parar una pelota. Le vas a pagar al arco y la tirás a la mierda. Le vas a hacer un pase a tu compañero que está a 1 metro. Y haces así, se la pasas mal. Hijo de puta, eso me puede pasar a mí con esta panza. No hago.
You don't even want to know what the concha de su madre means. You don't even want to know what that means. Oh dear. We are back. We are back again. It's the last game of the season was yesterday. And we scraped across the line. I big up Jezza in the chat as well, man. Hope you're having a safe journey down to southern France, mate. Bonjour. You deserve it, buddy. You deserve it, man. Come on. The Godfather is in the building. Make sure you sub to Jezza as well. Make sure you get Jezza to 7.1 as well. Matty's link is pinned. Kenny's Insta, and obviously my second channel. This is the only stream I'm doing today. So make sure you smash the likes out of it. Make sure you sub to the guys. And yeah, we've had women's parade today. Big up my manager Renee. My manager. That's the green screen for the whole season. But that might be the green screen until Arsenal men win a game. Also, we've seen the Crystal Palace parade today. And fair play to them, their first ever trophy. But I'll tell you what, I was watching the Liverpool parade, and the reason I was watching it is to realise what success looks like, guys. And that's no diss to the others, by the way. But to see nearly 1 million people or more there, yeah, it's just ridiculous, mate. Absolutely hammering down with rain, and nobody cares. The players all smashed. They're all drunk. McAllister nearly fell off the bus. Yeah, they're all absolutely hammered. And we're sitting here licking our wounds again, talking about how many points we've amassed in the last 3 years. Injuries, red cards. But if he gets his pieces, so on and so forth. So we're going to dissect this. Big up to everyone. Matty, how are you, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. This season is over. It's good to see the back of it, man. Seemed like it would never end. And I too, was watching the Liverpool celebrations. Looked like some out of a Michael Jackson concert, the way all those people were lined up, just like you said, pissing down with rain, flares going off galore. You see the security running with the bus. You see, the kids, and that was the thing. You see those children, and those children will always remember that for the rest of their lives. Shout out to Lou Dog who was there today. They got a chance to see that once in a lifetime opportunity to see the bus come by. And celebrating the trophy, a well-deserved trophy, 10 points ahead. And you know what the crazy thing about this with Liverpool is? I was telling someone this morning. They're just getting started. They are just getting started. They have already made signings. They'll probably announce them sometime this week. And we're talking about, if you can't be the best of the rest. That's what our manager said yesterday.
His words.
Word for word.
His words. If you can't be the best of the rest. Kenny, it's been a long season, man, for us, and we ain't even been to a game. Can only imagine how it feels for you, mate. Doing all the London aways, going to all the home games. You even went Ipswich this year. I know you do Leicester every year. I bet you're glad to see the back of the season, aren't you, mate?
Physically, it's very tiring because of the fact that it's you have to get to these venues. You have to make time. Sometimes you're running for trains. Sometimes you're getting home at ungodly hours, especially the evening games and getting trains back as well. And mentally, it's tiring as well. So yeah, I'm glad that the season's over. And I'm not just saying it because we didn't get a gong. It's even if we won something, it's really exhausting, and we do need that 3-month break. We really do need that 3-month break. You know what? Any football we get, we still watch it, but we need that break. But how I feel, I'm just gutted, because I still, upset about Spurs winning the Europa League. I didn't realise it affect me that badly. And can you imagine if they won the Champions League? And I'm feeling like this right now, nearly 5 days later. Just think if they won the Champions League before us. I don't think I'll be able to cope because two things it tells me is that it reminds me that about the rivalry who between us and Tottenham. The fact that Arsenal fans are visibly upset. Majority of Arsenal fans right now, when that final whistle went in Bilbao, the people I spoke to, the on the phone, the people's tweets have said, the podcast, we're gutted. We're absolutely gutted. Not because of the fact that it's they won the Europa League. It's because what it represents. It represents the fact they've won 4 trophies in Europe. We've only won 2. That makes it worse. Our European record. That illuminates our European record. Also, what it illuminates is that they've been so bad this season, yet they want to win things. And then there's the other 2 more things that really upset me. The thing that really upset me the most is that we still got people in our fan base who are so misguided and thinking that Man United are more of our rivals than Spurs. I mean, I know I shouldn't say this, but I want to punch some of these Arsenal fans who say, "Oh, I'm more upset. I was happy Man United because of all the guys who phoned me. I don't know many Spurs fans." If I see that people like that, I want to slap them. I don't want to slap them and hurt them because they don't understand the referee. Get out of my fan base. Get out of the club. We don't want you here. We want you. Get out. Go and do something else, man. Because before you supported Arsenal, you were doing other things other than watching football. Just get out of my club. All you lot to do, who are trying to cook Man United fans, Arsenal fans, trying to cook Man United fans. You shouldn't be cooking anybody. And the other thing that really, really, really gets me down is the gaslighting from our fans. They trying to undermine how we feel. They're trying to push themselves in the queue, and I'm going to name them: AFTV. Certain AFTV, the worst ones. People at TalkSport, the worst ones. Martin Keown, the worst ones. Then you've got the acolytes, the podcasts. You know who they are. The level-headed arseholes who basically get access to the football club, had little cameos, Mick Arteta, been in his press conferences, blah, blah, blah. And then they come out and they're Arsenal experts, trying to gaslight how they feel. I don't think they understand that a lot of Arsenal fans are absolutely upset about this season, that we don't care about how hard Mikel's worked. We don't care that we've lost. We consider them the least goals in the Premiership. They don't care that we've only lost 4 games. They don't care that we finished second, third time in a row. We don't care. What we care about is we haven't won anything, and that we're reduced. And I say reduced, it's not disrespectful, because congratulations to Rennie Ziegler and you women. Thank God for you lot, because you've actually softened the blow. But the problem is we don't need you to soften the blow. We want our men, our first team to do this, our men. And this is what hurts more than anything else, is that no one, most of our fans who are Arteta fans are trying to gaslight us, trying to say it's a small trophy. Oh, it's something we didn't compete in. They don't even know the history. For Arsenal fan to say that means you don't know history. Those are the people from next season. I pray I don't hear their voices, I don't see their faces. I just want them out of the fan base. I think what we need to do is go and talk sport and say, hang on here, we're here. We're upset. Don't listen to these guys. They don't speak for us. Because the more we stay silent, the more they're going to think that these guys represent us and that they speak for us and that everything's okay in the hood, because it isn't.
No, well said, Kenny. Well said. And listen, big ups to everyone locked in. Big up Shane for the raid as well. DJB couldn't make it today, unfortunately. But he said, he did text me earlier and said, big up to all the guys that watch. And big up to you guys that are on the panel with us. Kenny, Matt. Obviously, Jez is driving to lovely south of France to have 2.5 months in the sun. What a nice thing to do in the summer after watching that shit all season. Anyway, where do we start with this? Because we've seen, in fact, I'll tell you where we'll start with this. Matt, you mentioned it the other day, last night. You mentioned about Andrea Berta, mates. And Kenny, let me come to you afterwards here. Matty, we were all sat there watching it yesterday on TV. And we're seeing Josh Kroenke the day before. Watch this woman right here, Renee Sleggers, my manager, our manager now, win this. And he was smiling like the cat that got the cream. The next day, they panned in on him about 17 billion times in the crowd. And he sat right next to Arteta. Then you got Tim Lewis the other side of him. Then you had our sporting director. And you mentioned it on the show last night. Why are they not sat together, Arteta and the sporting director? Like, for the people that didn't see, just repeat slightly what you said, and then we'll get Kenny's thoughts on that, and we'll go from there.
How often do you watch football and you normally see the sporting director, the owner, the next tier person, and then you normally see, especially if the manager's in the crowd, they're all usually sitting right there with each other. Berta was at the very end of the row yesterday, watching the game. It's no coincidence you didn't hear Berta's name brought up at all in the final press conference of the season. This manager's on borrowed time. He's on borrowed time. He's been isolated. His buddies are gone. Ato was the last shoe to drop Friday. He's out of there. And so now I've been telling people I was on with Waffle TV this morning. I'll tell everybody the same thing I said on there. This summer, prepare yourself. Berta's got a lot of work to do. We're not signing Jokeris. It's not the news that you want to hear on a Monday coming off of that season. I'm just preparing you for the truth. This manager will get every tool at his expense that he wants that has already been sorted out before Berta arrived. They will use that against him because he will not have the leash that he's had the last several years. And then that will be the end. That will be the end. This ownership is sick and tired of this manager. I went down a laundry list. I'll just go through it with you all too, Lee. Anybody that's American in the chat will tell you. They went and loaded up the St. Louis, the LA Rams this year. Legit contender for the Super Bowl next year. Loaded up the team. Went and got best available. They sacked the manager of the Denver Nuggets right before the playoffs. They promoted the assistant. Probably gonna wind up getting the job full time. Got a good coaching experience. Dad was a top of the line coach when he coached. So the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And almost still made it to the NBA championship this year. They were real close. They made it to the Western Conference Final against the championship. Very close. Then you look at the hockey team. Rumblings, they're not satisfied with the Avalanche this year. Not satisfied. Rumors he might be on the hot seat. Then we get to Mikel Arteta. Berta shows up this year. What the first thing we see? Training. He's walking around with a suit. You've seen him in and out on camera this year. And I'm here to tell you all, it's getting very, very, very close to the end. There's no way ownership is going to keep sitting here looking at us look like fools. And I tell y'all, Kenny alluded to it just a few minutes ago. When Tottenham lifted that trophy last week, everybody looked around like, wait, what the hell is going on? What the hell alternate universe am I living in? What am I watching here? Crystal Palace cruising the streets today. This manager, I'll say the same thing I said last night. The owner saw success, true success for the first time. True success. I'm talking European success. He saw it. He saw that trophy that's right there behind Lee. He saw it. He looked at it. And Kenny, I'll tell you what I told Lee last night. He realized something. What did he realize? He realized I can sack a manager and still win something.
Yep.
That's falling on deaf ears. A lot of people don't realize that. He realized that I can sack a manager and we still can be successful in the same season. He did it with the women. Arteta's the next one. He's going to be the next one. The manager comes out after the game, after this season ended, after the way everything is gone. Bertha heard this yesterday too, Lee. If you can't be the best of the rest. Kenny, you've been watching Arsenal for decades upon decades. When have you ever seen George Graham come out and say, be the best of the rest? When have you ever seen Arsene Wenger come out and say, be the best of the rest? Venerable, just go down the list of Arsenal managers and greats and captains. When have you ever heard someone say, be the best of the rest, off the back of spending the money that we spent at this football club? We could have funded everybody's parades that had parades for trophies with the money we spent over the last several years. Bertha's here to clean this up. And I'm telling you all now, because I'm going to get asked this a lot over the summer. And I'm just telling, just whatever show I go on, where I'm telling y'all now, I have no expectations for next season. I'm sitting back here next season. I am watching and waiting. I'm going to, these top gooners that you've seen coming out this yesterday in the last 48 hours talking about, oh, well, we better win trophy, majors. We better do this. We better do that. They'll have the expectations next year. I'm sitting back watching football, whether it be Arsenal, women, Bundesliga. I'm watching football this year. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to watch Arsenal, but I'm not going to run my blood pressure up this year. I'm going to wait until this manager is removed because I know as long as this manager's in the seat, nothing's changing. I know this. But Bertha's here, and he is taking note because Lee, he had a front row seat at the failure of this manager. He didn't come in this summer. You know, most times they wait, bring him in the summer, make it. He came in at the back end of the season. So he was able there to see all of the failure, the PSGs. He got to look at the Newcastle. He looked 10 men united. Balling the league. Not even getting close. Excuse me. Not even getting close. Lee, mark my words. Chat, mark my words. Arteta will leave this club and they will go out and get a world-class manager because they've learned that failure is very expensive.
Facts. Kenny, what do you make of this? Because we haven't seen an interview of Bertha yet, and he's been here for 3 months. We haven't seen any footage of them two together either, apart from when
you're never going to see it either. You're never going to see it either. And the reason why you're never going to see it is because that's how football clubs operate. The most important guy is normally the one in the background. Look at Chelsea. How many interviews did you see Abramovich do?
Marina
Graskaya. And how many interviews did you see Marina Graskaya do at Chelsea? The most important people at the club are the ones that we don't need to hear from. I don't need to hear from. In terms of what Matty's saying, like I said, 1 + 2 doesn't get equal 3. 3 is a crowd. It never works. In my experience of watching football all these years, especially in the last few years of watching modern football, even going all the way back to Kevin Keegan's resignation in '97 at Newcastle, when these sort of structures are brought in the club, a sporting director, the manager goes because he can't get his own way. And Mikel Arteta is going to be no different. Yes, he'll get his way initially. He will get Sesko over the line. He will get Sempermendi over the line. But that's going to be about it. There's going to be definite struggles because at the end of the day, Berta does not work for Mikel Arteta. He works alongside Mikel Arteta, but he actually ultimately works for the Kroenkes. And if Arsenal fans and you guys who love Arteta and you come up with your absolute garbage and the nonsense that the club tell you, and I'll tell you what the club tell you, which is oh, everything's all right in the hood. But Arteta was on the licensing panel, in the recruiting panel with the Kroenkes when he appointed Berta. Absolute bullshit. He wasn't there. It was Berta was like I said, handpicked by the Kroenkes. They saw what he did, and they wanted the best in the business, and they feel they got the best in the business in Andrea Berta. Mikel Arteta had nothing to do with this. In fact, Mikel Arteta would be very, very opposed to this very man coming into the football club. So please, stop your bullshit. Stop trying to gaslight us. We're not stupid. Just because Mikel Arteta calls you by first name terms and he gives you the nod and the wink and you get to ask him a question, you're not Arsenal experts. You don't know things behind the scenes. You know just as much as I do. So just please stop talking and actually watch football and listen and see the sort of timelines of what's happening before and how the sporting director and the manager, it never works because simple reasons. Berta doesn't just buy players. He has to sell players. He has to deal with player contracts. And there's going to be times when Berta's going to have to say to Mikel Arteta, no. Mikel Arteta hasn't been used to that word, no, since he's been appointed team manager. Well, you're going to find that there are going to be words like no. You know what I mean? And that's going to be, and therein lies a problem. If Mikel Arteta genuinely believes that he's going to get away with keeping some of these underachieving players and then expect more money to come in, he's a fool. He's a fool to himself. And not only is he a fool, these acolytes who are Arteta-ins and Arteta, cheerleaders can just shut up. Football doesn't work like that. You can't spend millions and millions of pounds in expenditure and expect to keep your best players. It doesn't work like that. And what makes you think that your best players are going to want to stay anyway without winning trophies? It's not as if we're like Ferguson's Man United, where Rio Ferdinand had to be a bit patient, and he was patient and really were patient, and they got their trophies. We're not like that. You know, we won't get the fight. We don't get the finals. When Man United went 4 years without in the league between 2003 and 2007, they got the finals. They won the FA Cup. In 2004, they got to the FA Cup final where we beat them in penalties. And a year later, they beat Wigan in the League Cup final. So there is a build-up for success, not build-ups for second places. Let's not forget, before Man United won their first title, they won a European Cup Winners' Cup. After that, they won the League Cup, and then they won the FA Cup. And in between that, they got to the League Cup final. In the same year, they won the European Cup Winners' Cup. There was a steady progress in success. We haven't seen that at Arsenal. All we've seen at Arsenal is progress in the league, but no finals, no big game experience of getting over the line. Because but actually getting to a semi-final, it's not as big as getting a final, but it shows that you can put yourselves in contention winning trophies. We haven't done that under Mikel since we won the FA Cup in his first season. Since then, there's been no discernible evidence of any sort of progress of winning big games that matter under this manager. So at the end of the day, back to the point with Berta, he is there to ensure that we get over the line. But unfortunately, there is going to be heads that are going to be knocked together. And Josh Kroenke, if you've got any balls and you've got any nuts on the table, listen to people who have alternative views to the people saying everything's gone well. This isn't, your what's that nonsense you did on Prime TV, All or Nothing, where you said, you know what, I hate people who are having a go at us and trying to do down what we're about to do. Yeah, that's 3 years later. 3 years now, you should be seeing trophies, Josh. And if you're not seeing trophies and you're spending a lot of time here, then listen to the fans and make a decision. Don't be a coward. Put your nuts on the table and decide and ask yourself a question. can this guy get us over the line and put us in a position where we can dominate? If you believe he can, then come out of it and say it and give him the tools to do it. If you don't believe that, then remove him, because you've given him more than enough time. You and your father have provided £700 million worth of money. Don't listen to people say it's catch-up money. That makes as much sense. That makes as much sense as the nursery rhymes that I was hearing when I was 5 years old. Just deal with the facts and ask yourself, can this man win us trophies? If he cannot win us trophies, make a decision. Because I'm telling you how I feel. I've tapped out on this man. This man, as of today, I do not recognise this man as my manager. He is not my manager. As far as I'm concerned, he's an employee of the football club. I'm not going to back him. I'm not going to praise him, and I'm not going to criticise him. He is nothing to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's done everything he can for the football club. He's built what I believe very good foundations in that we've got a good team. However, what he hasn't been able to do is win me trophies. And I think 6 years is more than enough time for this man to get us where we should be. And he's failed. Now, it's no disgrace. There's no doubt he's going to win something when he leaves the club. Unai Emery did it. To all sense and purposes, if you listen to some of these Unai Emery haters who get great pleasure out of any failures he has at Aston Villa, what they don't seem to realise is that when he got unceremoniously sacked by the football club, the season afterwards he won a trophy. So there is life under Arsenal. But Unai Emery may not be right for Arsenal.
That may not be right for Aston Villa. Sorry to cut in. And guess what? They ain't going to give him 5 fucking years. If he don't get Champions League next year or win that Europa, he's gone.
But that's the thing, Lee. Mikel Arteta can still win trophies elsewhere. It doesn't mean we've made a mistake in getting rid of him. It's just that
sports.
He's another phase where he's learnt from his mistakes at Arsenal and he's now a better manager. Only we haven't got enough time to wait for him to bring success. 6 years is enough. Time's up.
Yeah. Spot on.
Standing ovation for Kenny. Come on.
Yeah. I want to cook with Kenny because I've got a new term. I got a new term. You know, when I come up with my terms, I love rolling with them. I've got a new term to describe all of these fans that want to downplay these trophies. All right. So when we bring up League Cup and FA Cup, they say, oh, no, we want a major. No, that's a serious domestic trophy. That is a serious domestic trophy. There is no trophy that's beneath us because everybody who has the trophy is above us. So I don't hear anything else about trophies. Oh, we don't want this. We don't want that. I'm taking anything I can get going forward. Anything I can get. Serious domestic trophies. We're expected to challenge for those. We're expected to go for major trophies. This is Arsenal Football Club. Crystal Palace. This is not a knock on Crystal Palace. They're cruising the streets today.
Look at the state of this shit. Look at the state of this. Sorry, mate. He would trade the Europa League in 17th place for second.
He taking a piss.
Of course he is. He's got to do whatever he's got to do to fucking keep the gig going, isn't it?
But
otherwise, he won't be on the zone again if he keeps sucking off fucking.
Proper Spurs fans don't recognise this guy as one of them. So
mate, they've got a banner in there. They've got a banner in the ground with his fucking face and his YouTube thumbnails on them.
Yeah, recognise him as one of them anyway.
Nobody can't even take him serious. That's like it's an old show here in the United States we have called Apollo. You ever seen Apollo, Kenny? You might have seen Apollo. And the Sandman comes out when they blow the horn, and he comes out with this little chair screen. That's what Henry is, Sandman. Nobody takes him serious. Nobody takes him serious. It's all about that right there. And it's time. Listen, all of this is being revealed.
Well, he's in with the right crew, isn't he? Let's be real. He's in with the right crew.
It's
about the money.
All of this is being revealed. Going into what I told you, Isle of Patmos, Revelation.
Mate, we said it. Me and Rance. I swear down. Yeah, this chat knows, and there's 1,500 here. Slap the likes up, you fools. I'll get the super chats in a second. Yeah, me and Rance said a month before Cat Williams came out and said 24 is the year of the truth. 1 month earlier, me and Rance said that on Rance's channel. Yeah, it was like, you see, next year 24, it's going to be the year of the truth, mate. Everyone's going to have to tell the truth. Yeah, then at the end of 24, I sat on the same fucking channel, his channel, Rants and Bants, up to him. Yeah, and I said 25 is the year of the fucking demise, mate. And we're seeing every single manager who's just got a job pretty much win a fucking trophy.
Yep.
Yeah. And cool. People go, it takes time. He needs his own players. He needs his pieces. Cool. Well, guess what? You're going to see our final piece of that FA Cup starting 11 leave the club and go back to fucking Celtic. That guy won a trophy with us and he scored in his last game. My fucking left back. Yeah, and I told you, like, yeah, and I put it on my Insta story last night. He posted out one for the road. He put it, and it was him celebrating the goal. Yeah, you can't reply to him, so I had to screenshot it. He can't reply in his comments or anything. So I screenshot it and put it on my Insta. I said, every single one of you should be ashamed of yourselves. This manager's done 170 million quid to replace this guy, and he's still the best left back we've got. And now he's going to go back to a club that actually loves and appreciates him. He's going to win more major honours. Oh, but it's the Celtic League. It's this Scottish League. Nobody cares, mate.
He's going to be celebrated.
He's going to be on parades.
Yeah, I'll say he's going to be celebrated when he goes back. One of their own.
And do you know what the maddest thing about it is? Yeah? It always makes me laugh when people dismiss these other leagues around the world. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a fucking saint because I used to do it. Yeah, but then the more I started watching these leagues, and then Matty, me and you sit backstage all the time watching, we're like, yo, fuck it. I have single-handedly dragged that fucking La Liga out the mud by doing as many watch songs as I've done. Yeah, because I was the first English channel as far as I know. If there was another one, cool, then enlighten me, but I ain't seen one. To stream as many fucking La Liga games, watch-alongs, I was the first, as far as I know. Then everyone's like, oh, what are you watching this for? Newcastle are playing Tottenham. Nobody cares, bruv. I'm watching Vallecano versus Hetafe. 200 people watching live. Now I'm getting 800 people watching live. Now it's 900 people. Mate, we sat there and watched the Napoli game and the Inter games the other night. Over 3,000 people watching.
Packed house.
Rammed. We're seeing Napoli phase 1. Got rid of his 4 of his best players, to be fair. Yeah. And this is my point, yeah. Off of the back of that, now more and more people are doing La Liga watch-alongs. Now more and more people are looking at other leagues. Yeah, you got Said, you got Rants. I'm not saying they're followers and copying me or whatever, because they're not. Yeah, but at the same time, like, people have had enough of the Premier League, mate. And especially Arsenal and Man United fans. Because our clubs are an absolute disgrace. 2 of the 3 biggest clubs in the fucking in the country. And we're all sitting here today watching Liverpool with over 1 million people celebrating in the city with a trophy.
And their fans came from all over the world. That, you know, it's not as if it was
Australia, Canada, America.
Hey, say that again, Kenny. Say that one more time.
Their fans came from all over the world. Euston Station, every station that lived in that you can get a train to Liverpool. Sheffield Station, Euston Station, Manchester Station. Every station in this country was full of Liverpool fans going to celebrate them winning the league because they couldn't do it 5 years ago. Do you remember that, Arsenal fans, when you had the audacity to call it the lockdown league or the COVID Cup league?
The COVID league. Well, yeah, we won the fucking
COVID. We won a COVID champion community shield, Arsenal fans. Don't think, do you?
Nope. We loved it. We learned to turn our nose up. It's like last week after Spurs won their trophy. You had some fool come out talking about 10 cup trophy. It wasn't 10 cup when we were getting our ass kicked in the tournament.
Yeah, getting knocked out by a former manager who actually fucking won it.
Yeah.
And one being around their first ever trophy in his first season.
Olympiacos, then it was Baku, and then it was Atletico Madrid. I mean, let's be honest. A trophy that was beneath us, we couldn't even win. We got to a final, and let's
one final, 2 semi-finals.
Yeah, but let's face it, the Unai Emery that you hate with a passion got served up by his own players. Didn't he Mesut? Didn't he Aubameyang? Didn't he Lacazette? Didn't he Guendouzi? All you guys, Torreira, all you guys that sold him down the river. You know, when you turned the fans against him, what happened? Your boy Arteta got rid of all these players, but these players were legends because they hating on Unai Emery. The minute Arteta, your little Angel Gabriel got rid of them. Oh, they're horrible. They're bad eggs. I was telling you they're bad eggs under Unai Emery, but you didn't want to know, did you?
And do you know what the mad thing is, Kenny? Yeah, Right, that's a great comment from Shane as well. Liverpool were about 20 points clear when COVID hit. Facts.
Yeah.
They'd only lost one game and drawn one game. They won about 27 fucking straight games or something, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or 27 1-1 or whatever it was.
They lost their first game against Watford just before COVID.
Yep. Sarr, who scored in the final, not the final, sorry. He scored for Palace yesterday against Liverpool.
Yeah.
And it was him that scored for fucking Watford, right? Yeah, I swear he scored a brace that day.
He scored for Watford, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and this is my point, yeah? Yeah, they've done them 3-0. I swear he scored a brace that day. Yeah, and this is my point, yeah? These fans fucking dismiss every other league around the world. Every single other league. Cool, well, why don't you just get players that are in the Premier League then? Why are you gassing up Zubamendi then? You don't watch Sociedad. I do. And he ain't what you think he is. Yeah, why'd you gas up Gyökeres? Yeah, why? Oh, he's got 76 GA. Yeah, but you don't watch fucking Sporting, mate. Yeah, they're farmers' leagues. They're shit leagues. They're crap. Yeah, look, Napoli have won the league with McTominay. He got Serie A player of the season. It's a farmers' league. Cool. Well, we could have done with a McTominay this season.
A ragtag.
We could have done with fucking Lukaku this season.
Mm.
Yeah, but he's shit. He plays in Dr. Martens, mate. Piss off, man. I'm bored of these freaks.
Philip
Billing. And do you know what's mad, mate? We sat on that watch along on the other channel doing the games, yeah? Kenny, we sat there and did the final day of the season, yeah? Because I was desperate.
I was watching it.
Desperate for fucking Conte to win that. And do you know what he's doing now? I'm going to Juve, mate. Bye-bye. Yeah. He's won the league, he's leaving. Who are they getting, Kenny? They're getting Allegri, who's apparently washed.
Lee, you posed a problem for Arsenal, though. You just posed one of the biggest problems we've got. Our mentality. You just talked about Conte, and you talked about managers like him. The problem we have right now is that the Kroenkes have to change the mentality and be brave to do that. It's not just sacking Mikel. They've got to understand and accept that if they want these top managers, they're going to have to accept that these guys are only going to want to be around for 2 to 3 years, tops, if that. But they're still going to want £750 million, if that. Yeah. So our mentality and, Victoria Concordia Crest, it has to change. Because right now, Liverpool have been very lucky that they have had Jurgen Klopp. For some reason, Guardiola has stayed at Man City to build something, and Man City have been lucky to do that. But 9 out of 10 times, the top managers in Europe that we want.
Yeah, 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years. But the problem is that our fans won't allow that to happen. They won't allow these managers to.
Yeah, but that's because most of them, Kenny, have fucking latched onto this club because of Arsene Wenger. Same with Man United fans. Man United fans have an issue. Why? Because they had Fergie and they latched on because of Fergie. Yeah, which is cool. You can't help when you were born. But at the same time, you chose that football club because they were successful and or it was handed down through generation. So if it got handed down and passed down through generation, yeah, right, then fairs. Cool. That's now your club. Right. But at the same time, if you choose to support Arsenal, yeah, when Arsene Wenger was there, that was because you liked us winning, mate. Same with Fergie at Man U. Now you're making all the excuses in the world for Amorim. You made them for Ollie. You made them for fucking Arteta. Didn't make them for fucking Louis van Gaal, Zabi. Yeah. Didn't make them for Unai Emery, did they? Why? Because the PR went strong back then.
What did Wesley Sneijder say, Lee? What did he say?
Sneijder said, I'm paraphrasing slightly. Wesley Sneijder said, they said, what's the biggest problem with Man United? They keep hold of their managers for way too long. Yeah, they don't get rid of the manager quick enough. Yeah. And it's true. Yeah, and this is the problem with English football. Well, I say English football. This is the problem with Arsenal and Manchester United. Ten Hag's got the Leverkusen job today, officially announced. They officially announced. He could have gone back to Ajax and had an easy life. They're just going to go, yo, cool. Back to Ajax. Cool. Fantastic, lads. Yeah, instead, he went to Leverkusen. Now, if he wins them a fucking league, he's a hero. So he's took the hard route. Yeah, but let's not forget, this guy's won about 6 trophies. There's 7 trophies as a manager. Yeah, so no matter what Arsenal fans think of Ten Hag, and I wouldn't want him at Arsenal, I can't lie. Yeah, I can't lie. I want better than that. However, based on what we have, he's better than what we have because he can get over the line and he's done it in multiple countries. Yeah, and this is where football fans are so thick or English club fans. Yeah, whether you're from England or over the world, yeah. Chelsea fans are going through this now. You see Enzo Fernandez crying on the pitch. You see all the scenes in the dressing room. Maresca telling people, oh, nobody believed with my young squad that we could get in Champions League. I tell them F off. He said it in a press conference. He said,
Yes,
F off.
we saw
right?
it. We were laughing.
This is the same fraud that sat there 2 points off of Liverpool and said, we're not in a title race. He should have been sacked then. Yeah. Roman Abramovich is sitting on a yacht full of Russian dollies. They're probably sitting there seething, thinking, right, I'll order a hit on him. Yeah, fucking joke. How do you say that? And Chelsea fans are accepting it, Kenny. And then you've got Arsenal. Go on, sorry.
But you know the reason why they do it? You've got to remember, you can't just sort of like say that the level-headed Arsenal, level-headed fans only are at Arsenal. You've got level-headed fans and Chelsea fans.
Yeah, but level-headed is another fucking buzz phrase for fucking retard. They just suck everything off.
You know how we got some people in our fan base who say, look, you know, you guys are spoilt by success. You've got them in Chelsea. I see it on Twitter where young fans are demanding success, and only for the older ones who said, oh, you don't know when you're born. It wasn't always like that with Abramovich. I supported Chelsea when in 1989, Man City and Chelsea played a match on TV, and it was in the second division, which is true. It was a game of second division. And they'll go, but the problem is you can't put the genie back in the bottle. And that's what a lot of Arsenal fans don't seem to understand. We've seen success. And we want it every year. Real football fans don't accept that there's a cycle of success. Like Bayern Munich. Can you imagine going up to a Bayern Munich fan and saying, you know what? Yeah, we've had all this success. Maybe it's just our turn to go through a transition period. They get thrown in the Rhine for saying that. Imagine if you said that to a Real Madrid fan or Barcelona fan. They wouldn't be having that because they have to win every year. But in Arsenal, it's different. You're spoilt by success. We were told that after the George Graham years, when he stopped being successful, the football became really crap and boring. You're spoilt by success. We had the same thing with Arsene Wenger during the Emirates years, and we're getting it now. That's the problem. The mentality of this club is all wrong, and I don't think
that's peddled from the mainstream media like Sky Sports that have latched on to the fact that they've got influencers. I hate that word, but that's what they call themselves.
That's who they are.
And but that tells me, Kenny, that's why I'm not an influencer. I'm a football fan with an opinion, like both of you two, yeah. And this is why, anyone that talks about XG, anyone that talks about, oh yeah, but oh no, we're so close. And DJB says it on here. It goes, they actually sound like the manager. Why? Because it get them in the mainstream. Then Sky Sports go, oh, he won't get anything. He won't get us cancelled. He's a good image. She's a good image. Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is the point I'm making, Kenny. Yeah. These fans don't give two fucks about winning. They care about fucking prolonging their career. That's all they care about. Yeah, that's all they care about. Kenny, let me say this very quick because I need to piss here. Harry Symeou, I like Harry. Yeah, and I've met Harry. I've done a podcast. I've done multiple shows with him, but I've met him and done a podcast face to face with him. He's a cool guy. Yeah, he pissed me off the other day when he was on the show with your sis. Yeah, he sat there and said that he was in a press conference after the PSG second leg. Yeah, he was in Arteta's press conference with Tom Canton. They were sat right next to each other, and Arteta sat there 10 foot in front of him and said, yeah, we were the best team in Europe this season. Harry looks at Tom. Tom looks at Harry. Yeah, they're rolling their eyes going, absolutely. He said it on his podcast with Sophie the other day. Yeah. So why didn't you get up and say, excuse me, Mikel? Why? So I can't take you fucking serious anymore. Thank you. So I can't take him serious anymore. Can't take Canton serious. Can't take Watts and Bench and Wheatley and all these man. Righty. Can't take any of them serious. But these are the people. Sorry, Kenny. These are the people that are looked up to as level-headed. No, they're fucking controlling everything because they'll get kicked out, mate.
It's bigger than that. Kenny. The reason why it's bigger than that. You've got to remember one thing, right? It's not just Arteta. Sir Alex Ferguson left a blueprint.
I am listening.
Sir Alex Ferguson left a blueprint of media, of football's control over the media. You look how when Sir Alex Ferguson was Man United manager, everyone was scared of him. Yeah, everyone was scared of him. The amount of journalists were banned from Old Trafford for. I remember one journalist, he got banned. A Sun journalist called Neil Custis. Sean Custis got banned from attending press conferences at Man United because his brother Neil Custis questioned Sir Alex Ferguson, so he got banned for what his brother done. That's well documented. So that's what you're doing. Remember, Sir Alex Ferguson refused to go on the BBC because you remember, was it Michael Creek did a documentary about his son's involvement in the Man United transfers? He wouldn't do an interview with the BBC for how many years? So it goes all the way back. Football pressures because they know people like the journalists that were mentioned by Lee. They know that in order for them to build a reputation and get to that status where it's editor status or main reporter status, they have to get in with a club. They have to build contacts and they have to, suck up to the managers. They have to do it. It's their job.
You notice that towards the end of the season, Kenny, that there was a few questions starting to slip in on these press conferences with Arteta.
Yeah,
starting to slip in. That's by design.
Mm.
And you're starting to see him get rattled. He's getting rattled by a lot of stuff. If anybody caught the post game mercy meeting last night, you'd have saw when they asked him about the women's team. He had one little short, quick blurb about it. You ask him about something else, it was a mile long discussion. This manager, the walls are closing in, and his press buddies can do all they want. They can try to explain it away. Kenny, you know what they can't explain, bro? They can't explain failure. They cannot explain 5 years. See, this is the beauty in 5 years. See, it works two ways. They say, well, he's been here for 5 years. Yeah, but now we've got a running tally. We have a running tally of how much failure he's had. And what's going along with that failure each year, Kenny? You can go, we balled 8 points clear. What happened that year? What happened the year we finished 2 points behind? Let's go to this year. Let's go to 5th place, 8th place. Let's go look. Each of all this. This is all it is. It's only so much explaining you can do. At some point, the shield is going to crack.
And I think that's what's happened. I think what's happened is that whether Mick Arteta likes it or not, or whether the people who represent who are self-appointed spokesmen for the fans on behalf, and because they work for one of the local London newspapers or the mainstream media now, the fact is that you speak to any football fan in this country, if you spoke to 10 journalists, including ones with Liverpool connections, only one of them would have had Liverpool winning the league. The next cab of the rank was Arsenal. Most of them had Arsenal winning the league. They didn't consider Liverpool. In fact, Liverpool fans, and you speak to Liverpool, you only have to speak to Liverpool fans who basically rewinded back to their ambitions at the beginning of the season when Klopp left and we got Slot in. They would have been happy with the top four, despite the fact they had Salah, Van Dijk, and all these settled defence and a virtually settled team. They'd have been happy with top four. They didn't expect to be in that position. So these are Liverpool people who would have been happy with that. Now you've got a situation where you've got other people with non-Liverpool connections who are basically saying, "Look, this is what's happening. It's highly likely Man City will be deducted points. Nothing's happened so far, by the way, in open brackets, close brackets. But the situation is that Arsenal fans, Mick Arteta, can't get away from the fact that when Man City were at their weakest, when they were clearly in transition, with or without Rodri's injury, we found a way to make ourselves a poor second to Liverpool, a poor second. We may say, yeah, we finished 10 points behind them, but the fact is that by the time they won the league, it was 15 points. They've basically untied their shoelaces, took their shin pads off and started playing football because they've already won the league. So it's not a case of it was ever close. And there's no disguising that. Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville, who made us title favourites, they're asking questions. Paul Merson, who never shuts up, who doesn't care what anyone says to him because of his, and I say it respectfully, because of his background and because he's been in rehab, he's built to tell the truth and be honest with his feelings. He's saying he's questioning it aloud. So that when you hear these pundits question it, there's no wonder that Anita Naker Jones on CBS is asking the same sort of questions.
Hey, not that cut across you, Kenny, but let's not forget. You heard what Ian Wright said Saturday.
Mm.
Who saved the season? He said who actually saved this
Mm.
right there,
Mm.
right there, because of the failure that we had this year. It's been a failure. No, it's as we were saying before we came on air. There's nowhere to look, nowhere to hide for this manager.
Mm.
It's been a complete failure. A complete failure from top to bottom. From top to bottom. And it's just people can keep trying to do the ostrich and tuck their head in the sand, but the truth of the matter is that this manager has not gotten the job done. 5 years in, 800 million deep. We're gonna probably eclipse $1 billion this year, get very close to it, and still hadn't had nothing to show for it.
Mm.
Yep. It's rough, man. It's rough. It's rough, and it's people are gonna start. Even the most ardent supporters are gonna start to turn at some point.
It's inevitable, Matty, that they will, because simple reasons that they're going to want that they're going to start realizing that we shouldn't be in the process. They're going to see teams breaking their records. They've seen Newcastle break their record, their 70-year domestic record, but 56-year trophy drought record. They've seen Spurs win a trophy in the first time in 17 years. And they've seen Crystal Palace win a trophy in their first ever trophy. These are not small trophies; these are major trophies. The Europa League is a major trophy in world football, let alone European football. The FA Cup is the oldest trophy in this country, and the League Cup, albeit going for the last 65 years, is a massive trophy. These games and these scenes weren't just filmed in the UK; they're filmed all over the world. So you can't get away from the fact if Arsenal fans are going to be hurt by this. They should be humiliated. It's humiliating because at the end of the day, we haven't got fans in Islington or the UK. We've got fans from all over the world who are going to be asking the questions. And if us three are calling for change, there's going to be many more people thinking the same thing. And unfortunately, next season, you're going to see a lot of people saying it.
Now, facts. Let me get these super chats real quick, so I've been there for time. Big up to everyone locked in. 1.6 in the building. Smash the likes up as well, guys. Big up to Raheem Din. Shout out to the panel, Real Football Men. Uncle Lee. Say, I'm old, innit? You know you're old when you get told you're uncle, innit? Unks
Yep.
and all of that. Yeah, that's when you know you're old.
Yeah.
Are you doing a watch along for the Conference League final? I will be Wednesday. Yes, I will be. Hopefully, we'll be watching Isco, Anthony, Cucho Hernandez, Cardozo, Abde. Yeah, absolutely put that club in the bin, bruv. Because if he don't win that Conference League, oh lordy, oh dear. So hopefully Pellegrini and Betis, Isco, no disco, bruv, and we will be discoing on Wednesday evening, hopefully. Big up to Dave Coutinho. Dave Coutinho. Go on, my guy. Big up Lee, Matty, and Kenny. Big up to you, mate. And Coutinho. I wonder whether Liverpool fans are bothered that they sold him now after Van Dijk and Alisson have won another trophy.
Did you see that? I saw a video last night. He was getting interviewed. I forgot which team he's playing at now, but he was down in Brazil, man, and he was getting interviewed and gunshots were going off behind him.
Fucking hell, man. But don't worry, guys. That's toxic and negative, guys. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Brandon, man. True Gunners TV. Big up, lads. Sterling on a permanent deal incoming. At least we've got a spicy Jorginho incoming. Zubamendi. But injuries. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if we signed Madueke. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if we signed Noni Madueke. Wouldn't surprise me, mate. Jezza says in the chat, Kenny, start swatting on the quiz. It's a tough one. And you've got competition. Shane's coming for your crown. He's already told us.
As I said before, I welcome all the competition.
No, he didn't. He said as long as he puts a good effort up. I said, what, top 4 finish?
you know what it is, right? Is that the thing is that I just have to sort up, man, because I'm looking forward to it. Because it's nice to have a football quiz, as long as it's not, quizzes on silly things. I've been on quizzes when they had quizzes on shirt numbers. Something very worrying. I've just seen something very worrying. Sorry to do it, but I've seen something very worrying. I've just looked around at the TV and there's ambulances.
Yeah. It's mad. It's crazy.
Yeah. I hope all the fans are all right, and I hope it was just. Yeah, but they do. I just hope that there's no serious injuries. I can see some police cars, ambulances, and fire engines. I just hope that.
Apparently, allegedly, the car was aiming at a load of people, and then the person who was driving the car got out of the car and started chasing people with a knife. Do you know how fucked up you got to be to do that?
Oh dear,
that's crazy, isn't it? But,
God.
That's what I'm saying, man. Listen, there's a lot of them fucking sick people that reside in England. Why do you think I live in Spain? Any day you walk out your house, you can get stabbed or shot or run over. Literally, it doesn't matter who you are. Yeah, just go, oh, fuck it, I woke up tapped today, I'll run him over. Yeah, a lot of tap people, man.
That's sad. Right. I'm saddened by it. I prayed for everyone who's there. I know, Lauren's there, so I just hope she
texted me, she shitted it, man. Bless her, man. Her and her fella have run back to the hotel. I was literally a kilometre from where she was.
Oh, no.
Hopefully Roms and Monts and Amp and anybody else that was there are fucking sound as well, man. Fucking hopefully. Because that's fucked, man. There's so many tap people on this planet, mate.
Mm.
So many tap people. Yeah, literally. Like, what makes you wake up and do that?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just some people, and that's the thing. Why that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of anger when these people are finally caught and they want action, because the simple reason is that people value that. The thing is, right, one thing people in this country won't accept is if you do these sort of things at sporting events, and this is a sporting event, normal people who've come all the way from all over the world to go and celebrate their favourite team winning a trophy, and you decided on this day to go and do that. It's sick, worse than sick. And I hope that you've been apprehended, and I hope horrible things happen to you in prison. And I hope they throw away the key, because you're a risk, not just to yourself but to other people. And I hope the full.
What the fuck? I've just seen the video.
Full letter of law is on this animal.
I've just seen the video. That is mad.
I don't even want to speculate who he is.
He might not identify as a he, can it? Might be a he, she, a she, he, a fucking unicorn, fucking.
All I know is that person is like I said, is going to get it in prison.
That's some fucked up shit, mate. I can't lie.
It's sick.
That is some madness.
And even if it's an accident, why would you?
They didn't run out the car with a knife. Whoever put that in my chat, they didn't run out.
What I don't understand is, full well that they warn you in advance that these roads, because of the parade, are going to be packed with people. The same thing happened in North London around the Haringey area, and the same thing that's happening in Croydon. Why are you driving your car? Yeah,
but what you got to ask yourself as well, Kenny, forget that, yeah. Why aren't there no roadblocks?
Yeah, that's what I'm in my head. That's what I'm thinking about. Why is it like that?
Surely the whole of Liverpool's in fucking lockdown, shut down. Everywhere's road. Kenny, you go to the games. Yeah. There's certain roads around London, yeah, in and around the stadium. You can't drive down them roads. You can drive down the main roads, but there's still fucking police. Like, when the players come out, they stop you on the Hornsey Road, didn't they? The foot traffic and the car traffic to let the players out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even
down side streets, they have the little fucking signs up, the metal signs up, and they have the stewards there. No, you can't come down here, mate.
I'm just looking at it now. And it's a lot of people in the chat are saying it's deliberate, and from from the reports I'm getting now,
it looks deliberate.
It looks deliberate. You know what I mean?
Maybe they had a heart attack. I don't know. Fucking who knows? Who fucking knows? But it looks a bit sus. It looks very sus, but we'll find out in the coming days, I'm sure. Yeah, but hopefully everyone that's there is all right, because that is fucking crazy, mate.
Well, there's no serious injuries, because at the end of the day, this is a beautiful day for one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Yeah, don't even listen. Hopefully everybody. Let me watch it again. 1 second. I don't think anyone's seriously injured from what I'm seeing. Yeah, there'll be bumps and bruises, but you never know, man. You don't know how old these people are. I can't really see. Like one fall on the floor and a crack of the head, mate, and your game over, innit?
Yeah, that's it.
Doesn't matter whether it's fucking from 2 foot up, 5 foot up.
Well,
you're falling over.
What's happened is that they've
You're hitting the concrete.
They've detained the main. Because all they're saying as car collides with pedestrians. So they're actually saying we're currently dealing. Merseyside police are saying we're currently dealing with a report from an RTC in Liverpool City Centre. We were contacted just after 6 p.m. today, May the 22nd, following reports of a car had been in a collision with a number of pedestrians on Water Street. The car stopped at the scene and the male detained.
I'm police all over the rooftops everywhere. I'm just seeing that video as well.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Press for all
bless up to everyone. And listen, don't let that dampen your day, yeah. And listen, anyone who was affected, like literally fucking injured from that, yeah. Bless up to them, man. Bless up to them. Yeah, what a fucking shit end to a great parade. Yeah, don't let that ruin the day, though, innit? Unless you're fucking one of the people affected.
It's all over news anyway. Yeah, I think they've cleared. Well, basically, they've cleared to stop the parade, and right now it's just they're at the incident where they detained that animal, and I call him an animal, whoever he is or she, because that's what you are. You're an animal to do that to human beings.
There's loads of videos, man. The fans have fucking smashed the fuck out of that car as well, by the way. And the thing is,
they already have.
Yeah, no, they've smashed the fuck out of it. The fans are fucking trying to drag it. The fans are fucking getting in the car. I'm watching that video now. The fans getting in the car. The police ain't got a clue what they're doing there, by the way.
Looks like the fans are trying to get the guy out, ain't they?
Yeah, they're trying to drag him out. Yeah, the coppers are so outnumbered. Yeah, they can't even stop the fans trying to get in the car. Yo, what the fuck? That is fucked, man. What is wrong with people, man? Like, that car's in bits, bro. I swear, them Scouts. Big up the Scousers, bro. Big up the Scousers. Like, anyone who lives in England, though, yeah, real talk, get the fuck out of that country. I've been telling you for years. It's a dump. It's an absolute shithole, bro. Go and live somewhere else that's nice and sunny and chill. Why do you think I live here? Fuck that. Yeah, the only fucking shit I see I don't see any shit. Real talk, I've lived here nearly 6 years here, 5.5, 6 years here. I've never seen a fist fight. I've never seen anyone punching each other up in a club or a bar. And think how many millions of tourists come out here every year where I live. Never seen a fight. Crazy. Now you seen fuck that, man. Anyway, let's carry on. Sorry. Anyway, hopefully they're all right, man. That's fucking crazy. How many times do we see this in the UK, guys? We see these stories all the time in the UK. That is madness, mate. Anyone who lives in that country, get your money up and fuck off out of that country. Real talk. It's a dump. Big up to Luke. Arteta don't want to sign a striker because he does not know how to coach them. Example, he turned a clinical striker like Aubameyang into a winger. They turned him into a left wing back. Left wing back. That's why I fucked off. Big up to you, brother. Big up to RA. That's up for the super chat, my friend. Put another one in as well. If they buy Sesko, it tells you everything. That's Richard Metcalf. Bless up to you, my guy. Big up to RA for another one. Shit, I'm pinned, Richards. I pinned the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Richard, bless up, brother. Big up to Iffy. They got rid of Eidville and he'd won 2 League Cups. Well, there you go. And she was the assistant. My girl was the assistant. Northside's trying to claim he had eyes on her first, Kenny. I don't know who he's talking to. He didn't even do a watch long. Get out of it, mate. She's my manager, bruv. So what phase is Abby Summers in then? Less said about that, the better, bruv. I prefer not to speak.
Mate. That's for a certain channel based in Fame Villas and a certain radio channel, in central London. That's none of our business. We don't discuss garbage like that. We're talking about our great club and trying to put it back together. No more crap like that, please.
Yeah, big up RE though, man. But yeah, fuck nah.
Stop wasting your money. Stop wasting your money.
Nah, keep donating. Get your super chats in, guys. Nah, big up RE. Listen, I'm gonna have loads of that. Every time I go live, it's gonna be, have you seen this? Have you seen that? Bro, I'll be honest with you, yeah. Well, I was going to say this only time I'm saying this, yeah. Any person who puts a super chat comment in talking about that thing there, yeah, we've all said stupid shit in our life, and however, digging up stuff from 11 years ago is wild. That doesn't condone it. However, ain't my fucking business, mate. I'm not employed. I work for myself, so I ain't got to worry about that. Cheers, guys. Heads up on to the next and that. Big up to James. I just got back from the parade with my mum. Mum hasn't seen anything like that in a long time. I hope everyone on the panel gets to experience what I just did. Big up to the lad I met from Tanzania. Big up to you, James. Come on. Fucking whole day parade. Kenny, when was the last parade you went on, mate?
The last parade I went on was, you know what? It was 2017 because when we won the FA Cup. It was on the 28th of May, 2017. It was Islington Town Hall. I worked for Islington Council, so I saw a lot of my colleagues who were actually on work duty. But it was nice to see, you know, that big shiny cup, you know, parading around Upper Street, you know, seeing the players. Because I actually did the long run. It was kind of getting back for Wembley. The next day, getting a tube into Finsbury Park, and then running all the way down to Arsenal Station. And I actually followed the parade from the Emirates. I followed it.
Well, you was jogging all the way.
I jogged with it, yeah. Why not, mate?
Kenny's a legend, you know.
Seriously, I followed the bus.
How many kilometres is that, Kenny? How many miles?
I don't know. Let's just say it was a time when I was pretty fit, anyway. But I actually
well, Kenny, you go jogging every day.
I know I could jog, yeah, but this time I was really, really fit. Anyway,
Kenny was in his prime, guys. Look what the club had done to him.
Yeah, but I actually, because it actually started in outside the Emirates Stadium, and then it went all the way through Drayton Park. No, because what it does, it starts at the Emirates Stadium, it goes through Drayton Park, and through Drayton Park, it starts at the Emirates, and it goes all the way through, Highbury Barn, get up to the Vale, past the barn, and then what it does, it turns into Balls Pond Road. And then when you get into Balls Pond Road, to the end of the road, on the scenic route to Upper Street, that's where I ran with it. It doesn't go that fast anyway.
No, it was a slow jog, it was a slow walk or a fast walk for you.
It's one of those things where I followed it, and then I got to the Upper Street near the McDonald's, and I saw a lot of my colleagues from Islington Council. And then I got to right in. I tried to get near the town hall, but it was just packed full of Arsenal fans.
Do you know the last parade I went? Go on, Kenny, finish your story. Sorry, go on.
And that was it. That was it. But I've been to virtually every parade. I was at. This is how far I go back. I remember one parade in '91 when we got deducted.
Right, Paul Merson, what a fucking player!
When we got deducted 2 points, Paul Merson.
And they talk about Odegaard. They could never chat to me.
Stick your 2 points. Stick your 2 points. Stick your ass. That's how far I go back.
And they want to chat to me about fucking Odegaard. He's shits, bro. I've been telling everyone. We've seen Paul Merson. Do you remember the last parade I went to? Was the Invincibles. That was the last one I went to. And do you know we went to Wembley for the 17 final. Do you remember we said that geezer get sparked out on Wembley Way?
That's a community shield. That's a community shield. Me and you and Ola, there's a community shield.
No, it weren't community shield. That was it. That was
Lee. It was a community. I swear it's a community shield because all of a sudden he was mad for going, come on in, come on. And
no, it wasn't community shield, Kenny. It was the FA Cup 17.
It was one of them. All I know is that one guy came.
We was with Sam. Do you remember Sam? Who used to come on the pods back on the Google Hangers? Yeah, Sam and Ola. And that was Chelsea 17.
Chelsea, yeah, but I was sure it was a community shield. But even
Chelsea 17. 100%, Kenny.
Yeah, but we played Chelsea in the FA Cup final, and
that was when Mertesacker got man of the match that day.
Yeah, but you were at the community shield as well. You were at the community shield as well when he got sparked out.
No, Kenny, I've never been to a community shield. I refuse to go. No, I went to the League Cup final against Man City. Yeah, 4 days later, it's fucking snowing and everyone walked out the Emirates. Do you remember?
So you didn't go community shield?
I've never been to a community shield. I refuse to go. I refuse to go to fucking West Ham after Upton Park. I refuse to go Burnley. Fuck them. I ain't driving past them Manchester clubs to go Burnley. What a disgrace. Yeah, that guy, Kenny, you're a big guy, yeah? Pause. That guy that punched that geezer up on Wembley, bro, he was a fucking unit, wasn't he? Yeah, we just walks over the geezer on the floor. He was like,
geezers, no, he weren't there.
We just don't look at him. Yeah, just carry on, mate.
We were just talking as though nothing happened. It was horrible. We should have inquired about his health, but we didn't care. We just
mate, he was a fucking lad, mate. The size of that guy, bro, Paul's, he was a fucking unit. He makes Kenny look small. Yeah, but I don't know what that guy done to him because we were just walking, me, Ola, Sam, Kenny. Yeah, just walking. This guy was just and you just see these two geezers arguing. Next thing, bang, bro! I swear that guy dropped so quick. We were just like, carry on. We're literally walking. Do you remember when we see a person who won't be named? Yeah, couple of turnstiles down, and he waved at us. Do you remember? We won't say about him, but anyway, let's carry on. He was like, "Yeah, bro, shut your mouth. What are you waving at us for, you prat?" Big up to James, though, man. Big up to James, man. At least you had a blessed day, brother, with your mum as well. Come on. Big up to the Scousers as well. Yeah, don't let that shit house at the end fucking ruin your day, man. It's Liverpool's day, innit? Palace's day, and my fucking manager's day as well. Big up the girls. Big up to RB. Big up to you, mate. Big up Lee, Kenny Ken, Marty. All you regulars, the best of the rest have already gone elsewhere and won major honours. Nowadays, I've never even think about this club. Do you know what it is, RB? Yeah, there's so many, and do you know what it was? Right, there's so many players, and I'm going to find out exactly how many players under this manager's watch, yeah, since he's been here, that have left this football club and won a trophy, a professional trophy. I'm going to find out exactly how many because Lucas Torreira's done a double. Aubameyang's in a final next week. In fact, Aubameyang's in a final this week. Friday he's in a final. Aubameyang. Oh, by the way, his team and my team are playing now. My Al Ali G's, bruv. Maris FC won a trophy this season. They won the biggest trophy. But Aubameyang is in a final with their manager in phase 2. He got them promoted in phase 1 and they're finishing third in the table. And they're in the cup final. But it's the Camel League. Nobody cares. Football's the same in every country, guys. The aim is to win. Nobody cares. Big up RB, brother. Big up to Mookie as well. Come on, my Bosnian G, bruv. If Emery was still the manager of Arsenal, I swear he would have won something. Sacking him was a right choice, but he didn't have the protection like Arteta. That's a great comment, to be fair, because it was the right choice. However, as soon as I realised this guy was getting the job, I said on the street, I was like, chat, you know this, yeah? So when these dickheads try clipping me up, which is all these wankers see anyway, they just see the little 20-second TikTok clips of these mugs, these Twitter mutants, just clipping up my takes from 6, 7, 8 years ago, yeah? I actually said, bring Emery back. And that is why I did a video as well, saying I ain't backing this manager. Fuck this manager. This manager will take us back 5 years, I said in the fucking video. That was 3 weeks before he got the job. 3 weeks before he got the job, I said it will take us back 5 years. Well, here we are 5 years later, and it's took us back another 5. So I was actually lying. It was 10. We're dusted. We're done. And these fans can't see it, Kenny, yeah? And this is the problem I have with it. And Kenny, you know I call the fans out, and that's why so many fans don't like me. I don't want to be liked. I'm not here to be liked. I tell people, stop donating. Everyone's still donating. I tell people, I ain't interested in sponsorship deals. I shared the screen the other day. Yeah, I've got a fucking agency email. I get them every day. Me and Rance just air them. Yeah. But this one I see the other day, I was trying to see if I could send Matty the link for a show. Yeah, but I couldn't get into StreamYard on my phone for some reason. Right. And I went to my emails and I shared it. Yeah. And it was an agency, verified, checked her out. She's on LinkedIn. How much for a 2-minute integration video? It's $2.5 grand. How much for an 8-minute one? 8 to 10 minutes, $5 Ain't interested, mate. I'll price you out the market. I don't want it. The only things I'll promote, I ain't selling this community out, for the sake of a fucking few pots and pans that I could get off of this agency from a company, third party, agency that are fucking investing with this to give me a couple of quid to promote kitchen products. Fuck off. Yeah, but my missus is just, Kenny, my missus just bought an apartment around the corner, right? And it's a repossession property, yeah? The whole thing needs gutting. Well, it is gutted, actually. We just need to fucking do it all up, yeah? I could do with a kitchen. I could do with pots and pans. I could do all that. I am not selling this community out. Do you know why? Because they've been here since day one. Yeah, and I'll promote what I want to promote or what I think they would like. And that is why I've got the best community on this app. And nobody can chat to me. I don't care. I want to hear it. I'm not interested in going to a fucking sidemen gig, yeah, a red carpet, centre court at Wimbledon. Nobody fucking cares, bruv. It's about this fucking club doing what it smashed that beautiful stadium down that I used to attend. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sick to death of these people. These people are more interested in their fucking career, yeah, than they are this football club.
True.
Yeah, I'm bored of these people. Now there's millions of these, and our club seems to have more of these people than anyone else. And it's sad. Yeah, that's why I get so upset. And that's why I sat and watched that Tottenham parade. That is why I sat and watched that Liverpool parade. That is why I sat and watched that fucking Tottenham trophy lift the other day, and I watched the whole thing. Do you know why? Because every time I see this fucking wanker's face, mate, it's going to remind me of that. Tottenham won a trophy on your watch. And people go, oh, yeah, but they did it on the Wenger's watch. Yeah, Wenger had credit in the bank, mate. This guy's got nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, Wenger had won 2 doubles, multiple trophies, yeah, cups. Yeah, been in title race. Yeah, Leeds. Fuck Leeds. I like Leeds, though. But fuck Viduka. Yeah, you can jog on. Yeah, we'd been in a Champions League final 2 years before Spurs' last trophy. And we just moved into the Emirates, so it was new hope. They conned us all, mate. They conned every single one of us, and they did it off of the back of us being successful. Yeah, because now we're going to buy into that. Now they're trying to do it off of the back of us failing and dressing up failure as successful, as success. Not happening, mate. And as long as I'm alive and breathing, I'm going to call this shit out. I don't care who talks to me. Don't care. Not interested, mate. Yeah, this club is a fucking disgrace. And we've got way too many leeches in this fan base. And people want to chat to me about you're a sellout, you're this, you're only doing it for clicks and views. Cool. I could earn probably double or treble what I'm earning. I'm earning very good money, by the way. I could earn double or treble just by taking every single sponsorship deal. Stocks FC. Why am I going to promote gambling? Are you tapped? Yeah, they're banning gambling on the shirts in next season or the season after in the Prem. They've banned fucking all of this shit. Yeah, why am I going to do that to my community that I sit and chat to? And people sit here, Kenny and Matty, yeah? And Matty, you see this in the chat all the time when we do the watch longs. Oh, you don't deserve to celebrate. Well, who's stopping me? If we win, who's stopping me, mate? Yeah, I've supported this club since 1987. You ain't shutting me up, mate.
Notice it dried up. A lot of that talk dried up the last 2 months.
Funny that.
Right after pretty much Liverpool pretty much sealed it up. You didn't hear anybody coming in. What you saying now, man?
Most of these wankers weren't even watching the game at the weekend, mate.
Yeah, nobody was chatting about that, coming in.
Top gooners with hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. Yeah, sitting there going, oh, I'd rather watch the Forest Chelsea game today. Yeah. Oh, funny that, because you've had the biggest chest all fucking season. Now reality's kicked in again. We see a gal. Yeah, you sent me the video today. Yeah. How does a Tottenham fan know more about Arsenal's wage bill than an Arsenal fan? Yeah, and his face in 5 minutes in that fucking video. Yeah, realism kicks in. What, Martinelli's on 180? How are you getting 60 mil, mate? How are you getting 60 million from Martinelli? Yeah, which is why we're signing up Trossard. Yeah, just in case somebody does pay it. If not, we ain't getting a left winger, mate. We'll keep Martinelli as well. We should be selling Trossard, and I like Trossard. This manager's destroyed him. This manager's destroyed Jesus. This manager has destroyed Kieran Tierney. Yeah, Kieran Tierney is our best left back by a country mile. Don't want to hear it. Look at that cross he put in yesterday. One touch cross. If that's any of our other players, they run down the wing, take 50 touches, run it out of play, or bang it off the first man. How many times have we seen him this season, Kenny? You've been live and died. And Kenny, you've been in the stadium and you're at that part of the pitch here in Rock 1. You're literally there when he's on the left wing. Yeah, one touch, cross, every time on a plate.
Lee, I'm just as shocked as you about his treatment because in terms of like how how he is, in terms of like the fact he's very, very consistent and he gets up and down. I don't like how he's been treated, but now since 2022-23 and the way he's obsession with inverted wingers, I just know that Kieran Tierney's days are numbered. From the first game, remember the first game of the 22-23 season was Palace away. From when I saw Zinchenko invert, that was it. I just said to myself, yeah, Tierney's done here, mate. He's done here. He's done out of here. And the fact that our fans were singing his name, I thought, yeah, he's done. I couldn't see Tierney getting a game. It didn't shock me that Tomiyasu was playing against Liverpool as a like I said, left back whilst Tierney was on the bench. All he's had since he's come to this club is humiliation. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why.
Actually, that's a lie, Kenny. Yeah, because he is the sole survivor. Yeah, who
Well, yeah,
started
he's sole
the FA
survivor,
Cup
but-
final, and every single player that's left bar Aubameyang, bar Lacazette and Rob Holding, including Matt Macy. Matt Macy's actually won a trophy since he's left. Every single player that started or was in the squad that day has won a trophy since they've left, apart from Lacazette and Rob Holding. If he'd stayed at Palace, he would have won one. Kieran Tierney played at centre back that day. Yeah, didn't see Saka get on the pitch. Didn't see him in the semi either, innit? No, do you know why we didn't? Do you know why we didn't? Do you know why we didn't? Because we had Aubameyang that he played a fucking left wing back after that and totally fucking tried to mug him off. Since then, he's won 2 trophies and about to win a third.
You forgot one person though.
Socrates has won 2 trophies. El Nenny's won a trophy since he's left.
No, you forgot one person though. At that time, if you talk about lockdown, do you know who our best player during lockdown was?
Best player in lockdown.
It was actually Nicola Pepe. If you look at the
he was our top scorer, Kenny. These man mug him off
during lockdown. But unfortunately, since then, what's happened? What's happened since then? Since then, he's managed to get himself in the Champions League next season with Villarreal, who actually have European pedigree. The problem with
Jose Perez scoring nearly 20 goals this season, market opportunity 5 mil.
Yeah, the problem with Pepe was Bukayo Saka inadvertently killed Pepe's career at Arsenal.
Yeah, but don't you think it's weird though, how many players leave the Premier League, especially at Arsenal and Man United, the 2 most infested clubs in the Premier League, I think it's amazing how many players leave our great clubs, ex-great clubs, and actually go on and win shit. Don't you think that's crazy? Yeah, because we used to laugh at Tottenham for this shit happening. But I guarantee in the last 10 years, there's more players that have left Arsenal and won stuff than there is from Tottenham that have left Tottenham and won stuff. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Kenny, how's El Neni being told? Yeah, we're being told that El Neni signed a new 1-year extension to stay at the club when he was out of contract because we're fast-tracking him to be a coach at the club under super-duper Mick. He then barely plays any games, leaves the following year after getting paid 50 grand to sit on the bench, cut the lemons and the oranges, bring the juice out, bring the water and the sponge and all that out. He leaves and goes and wins the League Cup. Some other club. You're looking at Aubameyang, we can't get any money for him, let's rip the contract up. The fucker who agreed that is now our CEO. Yeah, he's our CEO. Right, he leaves, wins the league title, goes to Marseille, bags nearly 40 goals. Now he's in a cup final at the weekend. Yeah, in Saudi. Oh, it's the Saudi league. Nobody cares, bruv. You have to win trophies no matter what league it is. Put the ball in that net more times than that. Yeah, ultimately you win more football matches. It ain't fucking rocket science. Yeah, these man chat shit. Yeah, and I'm sick to death of them. And as long as I have this platform, I'm going to keep calling this crap out.
Should do.
Yeah, and I will. And this is why they don't like me. And I don't give a fuck if they like me. I don't care. I don't know you, bruv. Do something. Shut up. Anyway, let me grab the rest of these super chats. Kenny, I know you got a bounce in about 10 as well, so we'll get your final thoughts. And I've got a nice little video that Mr. Waffle made. I'm going to play that after I'll get these super chats, then we'll get your final thoughts there. The car at the pool parade running people over, disgusting. Mate, I've seen it. It is disgusting, brother. I can't lie. Yeah, that's actually horrible. Hopefully everyone's all right, man. Real talk. Big up SG, it's SEK. Big up Grandpa. Get out of it with this Grandpa Lee, bruv. Yeah, I'm not a grandpa yet, mate. I swear. Not yet. Kenny, you're right, says Frank. As a Liverpool fan, I only hoped for a top 5 finish this season. But Andy Robertson gave an interview about how Slot told him that nobody at Liverpool was happy to finish third. Did you see the interview he did, when they played Man United, and he broke down Ten Hag's tactics just like that, pitch side with Sky Sports. He said, well, we knew that Ten Hag was going to do this, and this, and this. 2 weeks later, Ten Hag was sacked. Now that guy's convinced for Florian Wirtz to join them. Why aren't we in for him? Oh, yeah, Mkhitaryan, by the way, has won 5 trophies since he's left. I think Dani Ceballos has won about 11. Oh, but it's easy to win at Madrid. Oh, really? Cool.
What's Mkhitaryan doing on Saturday, Lee? What's he doing on Saturday?
Oh, he's in a Champions League final. Yeah. If it's easy to win at Madrid, how comes, Camacho didn't? Yeah, how comes Fat Rafa Benitez, the fat Spanish waiter, didn't? Yeah. Pellegrini got sacked on 96 points. Bye-bye.
Mm.
Yeah. And even if you do win at Madrid, like Capello in 96, 97, he got sacked because the football was shit. Yeah. What about John Toshak? You remember him, Kenny? You're a bit older than me.
John Toshak, he had a
That's one of the
famous-
greatest fucking Madrid teams of all time, isn't it?
Yeah, he won something in 1990, playing beautiful football.
Averaging 4 goals a game. And he got sacked the following season by October.
Still got sacked, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry though, guys. It takes time, guys. Lopetegui lasted 14 games at Real Madrid. Yeah, Odegaard didn't win anything at Real Madrid, so it's not everyone can win at Madrid. It's not easy, is it? Yeah, he played more games on loan for Arsenal than he ever played for Madrid first team. Yeah, he actually played more games for Herenveen. Yeah, proud wonder kid, mate. Keep telling everyone. And unless you were there to witness the inception of the Premier League and or before in the first division, yeah, let me tell you right now, you're not qualified to chat to me about fucking Zola, Cantona, Merson, and any other motherfucker I put above him. Yeah, ain't happening. No, honestly, ain't happening, man.
But Sky do. Like for instance, I don't want to sound churlish, but Sky have a young girl on there who was basically one or 2 years old.
Oh, when Ronaldo signed. Yeah. I remember that.
And that young girl is qualified to compare Ronaldo to Salah, but she was only 1 or 2. At least the guy from the different knock actually said, well, he was only 2 years old when we won the title in 98. At least he put his hand up and actually admitted his folly. But this girl, she's an expert.
Oh, she's an expert on everything. She can never lose a debate. Cool, come on here and I'll put you in the bin real quick. Yeah, tell me about Georgie Kinkladze. Oh, you can't. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, tell me about Kanchelskis. Oh, you can't. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, tell me about David Ginola. Oh, you can't. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, how about hold that? Gianfranco Zola? Yeah, Joe Cole at West Ham? No? Oh, okay, cool. Hold that. If you didn't see it, shut up. And this is why when people say and always ask me, yeah, when I see these debates about, oh, Kevin De Bruyne and Mohamed Salah, they're definitely in a Premier League all-time 11. Fuck off, mate. Are you tapped? Mohamed Salah ain't better than Joe Cole. I don't want to hear it. Giggsy. Come on. Ginola. Piss off, man. If you didn't see it, you can't talk on it, mate. Yeah, which is why whenever I give my best player of all time, yeah, I say in my lifetime. I see Maradona charlied off his nut in 94 running up to a camera. I didn't see his whole career, so I didn't see it, mate, so I can't comment on it. Simple as that. Simple as that. If you didn't see it, shut up. But this is the problem with Sky Sports. Yeah, that's the problem with Sky Sports. There's a problem with the mainstream media. Yeah, they go after these people that talk about XG, make out they're experts on football. Even if you watch the clips of footballers from back in the day, Letizia is miles better than fucking Salah, bruv. Yeah, miles better. Letizia is one of the best footballers I've ever seen. Riyad Mahrez is miles clear. Yeah, oh, he's just won the Champions League this year. Oh, funny that. Ivan Toney has as well, but apparently he's got an attitude problem. Well, he ain't with my German manager over in Al Ahly, who's a market opportunity this summer because he's leaving. This is his last league game. Last league game of the season, guys. And he will be a free agent. And by the way, just to let you know, Mateus Giselle, who is the Al Ahly manager, did a double in his first ever season as a full-time manager at Salzburg. Then retained the title next season. Then left. Didn't win nothing. And then just won the biggest prize you could win in Asia. Oh, but it's the Asian leagues. Yeah, cool. Where did we get Wenger from again? Thanks. Check Antonio Mohamed, resume lead. Won titles or cups within phase 1 or 2. How do I pronounce that? Tijuana? Or is that, no, that's Brazilian, isn't it? Is that Brazilian? Oh, it's Mexican. No, maybe it is. Tijuana. Club America. Monterrey. Atletico Mineiro. And Toluca. Yeah, oh, really? Cool. We'll take a picture of that because that'll go towards the stream, matey. We have a whole dossier. You're on mute, bro.
Yeah, that's the fella who won the trophy last night with Toluca.
Toluca sounds like a fucking Romanian shot of fucking alcohol. Big up my Romanian G's, Capul Sus, no rocking that, you know what I'm saying? Hold that. Big up to Andy. Arsenal standards are at a rock bottom. Yep, they are. Big up to Riku. Big up to you, Andy. Bless up, brother. Big up to Riku as well. England used to rule the waves, and now they can't even rule their own streets. Yeah. The mighty have fallen. Bro, sadly, it is what it is. Listen, I've got a few more, Kenny, so I'm going to let you go because I know you got to bounce literally now. Yeah, and then me and Matty will wrap up, yeah?
Yes. I just want to say thanks for everything for having me on. I've enjoyed myself as usual. This season has been a bloody hard season because I generally thought we'll win something this season. I really did. But, you know, as we speak, I will renew my season ticket. As we speak, I'll still appear on podcasts if you still need me. And I'll definitely,
Kenny, you're a wealth and a fountain of knowledge, mate. There's nobody, not just about Arsenal, but about football in general, man. You're my big brother, man. I love you, bro.
I love doing a podcast with all of you guys. I love spending time with you guys talking about football. And like I said, if you're doing podcasts during the summer, you know where I am. I'm not too far away.
Come on, you're always welcome, Kenny. You know that.
See you guys soon.
No, I love you, man. Take care. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972, guys.
Thank you very much. See ya.
Yeah, make sure you follow Kenny, man.
Thanks.
Come on, Kenny's a legend, bro.
I hope they're all safe in Liverpool. All those guys.
Yeah.
Pray for you guys and pray you're fine. No serious injuries, please.
Bless you, man. Bless you.
See you guys soon.
See you.
Love you lots. Bye.
Love you, brother. Matty, I'm just saving this video that I want to play very quickly, yeah? When I can. Why can't I fucking find it? But while I'm finding this, Matty, if you could waffle on for a second, that'd be great. I'm going to go bathroom and try and find this video.
I got your super chats.
Yeah, get your super chats in, guys. Man said expressions called me out. Expressions can hold that. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Get out of here, expressions.
What's up, brother?
I sent expressions a really nice message, and that guy's still calling me out. Piss off, X, man. Yeah, I even told him, don't call me out. He said, you've been slagging my club off all season. You're getting it as well. I'll be 2 minutes, mate, yeah?
Yep. Andy Hart. Yeah, that's rough, man. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough, man. Yeah. So, yeah, another season is in the books, man. I am just mentally, I am just tired of this football club, man. I just know that it's just going to take a while for Bertie to get stuff sorted out. And it's just having to sit through it one more year, man. But, it's just like, you have that surgery. And once you have that surgery, the recovery period begins. And that's what we got to go through. And we've got to go through recovery. And once we go through recovery, we can pull the Band-Aid off and the healing starts. But there's going to have to be some surgery done to this team, this manager, rather. And he has really left us in a bad situation. And there's just so many ways that this next season can go. And, you look at the Jokeris situation. Then you look at, Chelsea, they're going to spend money. We're in such a mess, man, right now. And I think 3 years ago, we probably were maybe one or two players away from being successful. But as of right now, I just don't think that we're anywhere near close where we need to be because of the way this manager's left the football club. Yeah, Gunner 69. Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't mind. If it played out that way, I would not mind. I have no faith based off of what I'm looking at with Liverpool retooling. And Manchester United is going to be in for every domestic trophy that's going to be on the table because they're not in Europe. So they're going to be going for every single trophy they can get their hands on domestically. Rico said you punish people on the staff. I wish you would upload a little bit more. Yeah, man. Work schedule, man. My work schedule is a little bit all over the place. And so that's why I don't stream as much. And usually, most times, what happens is I'm usually free in the evening, so I'm able to hop on with Lee because I'm usually getting back home. So that's usually how it works. Otherwise, I would probably stream more in the morning. You catch me earlier in the day because I would probably be up doing that. But I'm usually working on the road, and we've got a little period coming up here. I might do a little something here. I'm gonna try to wait till this 5K hit, and we're gonna do a big celebration because I was gonna do a 4K, but then I looked and was like, I'm right here at 5K, so I might as well just wait for 5K and have a really, really big shindig. So we'll do that. And yeah, man, it was just wild. I've seen so many trophy celebrations this weekend, man, and I was just like, man, I really wish the men's team could have had a trophy this year. But just wasn't there, man. The manager just to see his comments in that press conference yesterday, I think that be the best of the rest thing really just tore it with me. It is absolutely a disgrace for a manager to come out after a season like this past season. And it's just, he's tone deaf. That's just the best way to explain this manager. He's tone deaf. I probably won't do a whole lot of covering anything. I'm not even dealing with transfers this summer. Me and Tony Clark gonna usually do a transfer show, unless it's something major. If we sign Jokers, then yeah, I'll probably do something. But until some major, it has to be something major. You know, I'm probably not gonna be doing a whole lot, man. I'm gonna be chilling, man. I am going to be chilling. Yep, I will be chilling. Also, they got the guy from today. Yeah, that was sad, man, with Liverpool. So, like I said, hopefully they prosecute him with the to the utmost at the highest level of law, to where he can't come out. So, hopefully that gets sorted out. Yeah. So, as we go into next season, I expect all of the top Gunners, they're going to be fighting with each other next year. They're going to be fighting. We've seen glimpses of it this year, but I think the embarrassment of Tottenham really has a lot of people looking around at where this football club is headed. And you know what's even crazy is the Super Cup. I can't remember when the Super Cup is. I can't remember if it's early, right before the season, or it's right early into the season. But I tell you what, if they win that Super Cup, it is really going to send some folks over the moon. They are really going to lose it. Newcastle, they're in the Champions League. They're going to spend some money. There's several different ways that this whole Jokeris situation can go. Shout out to Vance. We were talking about this morning. Waffle TV. We were talking about this morning. If Liverpool tests the resolve of Newcastle, let's say they threw some serious money at it. They say they want to go Isco. They say, okay, not Isco, excuse me, I'm sorry. Godly, what's Isak? And Newcastle say, yeah, okay, all right, you want to pay 175, 200 million for him? Yeah, y'all can have it. And then they turn around and say, well, we'll take that money and go buy Jokeris. Then that could happen. Another scenario, Chelsea could say, you know what, 65 million, we'll take that. Yeah, we'll do, Jazz. I see you, Jazz. I'll make sure I tell him once we hop off. I'll let him know. Frogman, you're right. That's the next person on the list. City. So that Vert situation really hurt a lot of City people. And if City, that what they probably do is they normally go to the second tier. So whoever's the next best available creative player, they're going to go for that player. And if he's got a release clause, then the team might as well just go ahead and get ready for that to be activated. Then you get to us. We're gonna get Sesko and Zubamendi. Why? Because those are two deals that were done already. It's right there in front of your face. And everybody keeps going with Jokeris. We know that Berta wants Jokeris. But the manager wants Sesko. The manager wants Sesko. So in order for him to start the process, he's probably going to bend on the Sesko situation. And once Sesko arrives, and if it doesn't work out, that's your green light. That gives you your green light. Then he can act. Once Arteta's out of the way, then you can start removing and selling stuff that you don't need, or you can see what the next manager wants to do. That's how it's going to play out. That's the only sensible way that it's going to play out. For me, if the manager wanted Jokeris, he was there in the summer. Buyout clause. It was the easiest thing to do. Everybody keeps going back to the board to not back this manager. I've heard this all week long, by the way. No, they say nobody's backed the manager. The manager was backed. This summer, they gave him probably 175, 200 million. And they said, you go out and get what you need. And what did the manager do? The manager bought Calafiore.
Who we didn't need.
And we got Sterling on loan. And he probably
Mikel Marino. It took us 3 months to get over the line when he had a year left on his contract, and it's the third best Sociedad midfielder last season. But they gassed him up because he scored a goal against Germany in the Euros. You don't watch Sociedad, mate.
Lee, the manager does not want Jokeris. It's quite obvious. If he did, he would have already signed it.
Absolute facts. But they just gas up any player the manager wants. The day this manager leaves is going to be huge.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we'll have a parade. There'll be a parade that day. It'll be a parade. You'll see people go parade. Arteta, they have a parade going down the street.
Oh, it's telling me I can't fucking upload this. I've got too many clips on it. 1 second. I've got to delete a clip. Okay, let me get rid of that idiot. Let me get rid of that one. Bye-bye. We'll get rid of that.
Jez wants you to reach out to him after the show, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. Sorry, Jezza. I will do. I will. I'll give you a ding. I need to call Lauren as well. But yeah, bear with me 2 seconds. And no, do you know what it is though? Yeah, these people are just so invested in this manager because they hope that he can be good, and they've been conned and bamboozled by his charm.
Scott Lord, right here in the chat. In Germany, we get told Berto wants Jokeris, and
I'll tell you one Sesko.
Hence, the release clause has not been activated for either player. Yeah, they're at odds.
Yeah, but you know why? Because that was done as a verbal agreement. Stay at Leipzig one more. Yeah, we'll bring you in next season. Now Berto's fucked it up, isn't he? Now they're going. So this is what I'm saying. I said to you last night, mate, and I said to the people that were watching the stream last night after the game, it wouldn't surprise me if this manager don't start the season. Would not surprise me. Not surprise me one bit, mate. Yeah, because they've paid off other people before. Why not him? Yeah, well, we'll give you your severance pay, but you ain't getting another job for 2 years. We'll pay you for the next 2 years. You ain't getting a job. So you're going to waiver that 30 million? Yeah, or you're going to go and get a job? Yeah, and waiver that? Or are you going to sit on that? Now, in 2 years' time, who the fuck wants him? They hold the cards because they're the ones with the money.
Yep.
Yeah, they're paying him. He's not paying. He's not paying them. Although, to be fair, with the league finishes, maybe you could angle that. Fair enough. However, we're not far away from being a great team. But with this manager, we'll never get over the line. We've seen how many more examples do we need? This guy can't get past the fucking semi. Get him some Viagra. No, real talk. We should be sponsored by a Viagra. Now we're going out and playing Tottenham in Hong Kong. You know they're going to have that trophy there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I told somebody this morning. I said they're going to have that every chance they get to show that trophy there. They're going to do it. And then if Chelsea win, they're going to have a parade. They'll have a parade. This is what Chelsea do. They'll win the conference. They'll win the conference league, and then they'll have a bus for every trophy, and they'll have that many buses on the parade just to show every trophy off, just to take the piss.
No, it's crazy. Big up to Andy Hart. Yeah, he tried to run kids down sick. Yeah, bro, he was just trying to plow everyone down from what we see. You know, like we need to obviously find out and wait and see what the backlash and the repercussions off of the back of that are. But yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. And hopefully everyone's all right. Big up Lauren in the chat as well. Hope you will. I'll call you in a bit, baby. Yeah, I'm going to call Jezza. Jezza needs some help as well. Jezza's actually DM me. Super chatted me. A great summer league, Kenny Matt. Now I'm going to sound mad zesty. My camera decided to turn off. Brace yourselves, guys. Hi, Tiny. Didn't fucking work either. Hi, Tiny. You have to be nasty to it. Hi, Tiny. There you go, turned on. See, forceful, bro. Forceful. Yeah, fucking talk to it properly. Fucking camera called Tiny. I need to bin that camera. Big up Jezza, man. All right, listen, Jez, I might actually pull up in southern France. I'll bring the missus with me. We just drive up. Or you can pull up here, Jez. Anytime you want, Jezza, you're welcome. Bless up to you, man. You've been a credit to my channel from day one, Jez. Yeah, the knowledge. Yeah, you've got a better museum in your fucking house than Arsenal have at the museum. Crazy work. Reached out to Arsenal to say I'll do a show on your channel for free. So to educate the younger fans on the history of our once great club. Never said once great. Grandad going in the Chapman era, 1927 Cup final programs and that. Yeah, cool. Lived right opposite Highbury East Stand, literally front door just there. Nah, not something we're looking for, mate. Of course it ain't. You want these fucking wankers on TikTok and Twitter that chat shit. I'm interested.
And you know what? They could have easily did a show, produced a show where they visit, the people like Jez, the older fans or whatever, have them tell stories, show relics, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
Go up into the loft, see all the and Jez's stuff is immaculate. We've seen it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is immaculate. Even the one, which one? Jez has got two. Jez, if you're still in the chat, which one is it you got two? Is it the 27 Cup final?
Yeah, I know which one it is. The 27 Cup final
against Cardiff.
And he's got the FA Cup final.
The FA Cup 20.
Yeah,
20. Oh, the first trophy. Yeah, the first trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it the 27 Cup final? Is that the one that you spilt red wine over and wifey had to save it? That is it. I swear that is it. And then he got another one. He bought another one because there was one that came up for sale and he bought the second one. He's got two. Is it the 27 Cup final? I beg it's the 27 Cup final. I think it is. He's got two 1927 Cup final programs. Yeah, one's near immaculate and the other one is fucking immaculate. Yeah, and I swear down, some of the stuff he's got is just insane. The stories, the wealth of knowledge, and the club ain't interested. Whereas when you see other clubs, they actually care about that. They like to educate the fans. Yeah, the problem with these clubs is you don't get money off of the back of that. You ain't going to get younger fans interested in that. They're going to try and peddle out super duper Mick and Odegaard's a great captain. Piss off. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's absolutely pathetic, man. I'm sick to death of these people. I'm sick to death of this fucking club. If this club, matey, does not do what I want it to do, 1927 Cup final. Big up Jezza, bruv. Yeah, Jez, I'll call you straight after this. I'm going to call Lauren as well, yeah? And then, it's what it is. We're going to wrap in a minute anyway. Is there anyone live that I like? Big up Jezza. Big up to Nadir as well. Lads, keep the standards up. I'm like a hawk this summer. We're getting reindeers. 8 Nori, Livramento.
Dan Potts is live.
Potsy's live, yeah, sweet. We'll say less on that one then. Potsy gets the raid. Gibbs White, I want Rodrigo too. Standards, City till I die. There we go. Last time they didn't win a trophy was 8 years ago. And they've been wanting their manager out, a lot of them. Yeah, but don't worry, guys. We're in phase 6. Get out of it, man. I'm sick to death of these people. They've infested our once great club. Never used to see these fucking wankers, man, ever. Chatting absolute bollocks every day. Trying to dismiss people like us because we want to win. Oh, you can fuck off down the lane. Yeah, how about you were fucking off down the lane on the 14th of May last year? How about that? Crying when Son missed. Why don't he want to be in the Champions League? Because he went and won the Europa off the back of it. Hold that. Matty Lee, I'm not feeling Sesko. Well, hopefully you're not. You're not part of that mob. You know what I'm saying? Big up Andy. You got a wifey, bruv. You know what I mean?
He's coming.
Enjoyed Benidorm in March. I've never been Benidorm, bruv. Is it as bad as people tell me it is? Banging place, but the weather not much, so much. Back 8th to the 15th of June, looking like 30. It's a better oil up. Wait, hey, yo, brother, what? I said better oil up and that. No, brother.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender,
Yes,
and you're a
I am.
gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you?
How can I describe you? Should I call you Mister? Andy, from now on, should I call you Mister? How can I describe you? Nah, big up Andy though, man. And big up Bottle Job TV. Enjoy your holiday as well, bruv. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, and I swear down, anyone who lives in the UK, yeah, get the fuck out of there. It's a dump. Full of wankers, full of weirdos, and full of off-key people that try and run people over or stab or shoot them. Weird people, mate. Big up Bottle Job TV. Haji Mutu Dimitrescu will all clear as Salah. This man never see Georgie Haji, brother.
Mutu.
You heard my missus the other day. I think he was on the stream when I said to her, what do you think of Adrian Mutu? He's a legend in Romania.
Yeah.
He still owes Chelsea 16 million. He's refused to pay it. They take him to court every year and he goes, yeah, I'm skinned. He ain't skinned, bro. He's living lavish. Yeah, I ain't got no money, mate. He was a good player, though. I can't lie, he was. Yeah, Dimitrescu as well. Bro Popescu, all of these, man. Dan Petrescu. Haji was a bad man. Haji and Stoichkov, bro. Unless you see him, you just don't know, innit? Yeah, and these men want me to rate Martin Odegaard. Turn it in, bruv. I think of Shane as well. Police should have let the people deal with him. They kind of did, to be fair. I've seen it. Yeah. Fuck around and find out, innit?
Yeah.
Stoichkov is Bulgarian. Yeah, come on, man. We already know, man. Come on, Hadji and Stoichkov, bro, them two were bad boys. And I always put them two together because they were like just two mad footballers at the same time in similar position, innit? It's like whenever I speak to my dad, I say to him, how good was like Glenn Oddle? Goes, he was fucking good, but he weren't quite Platini, but they were just unreal. So I'm so blessed my dad's still here, touch wood. He's a mutant. He's had 4 of them experimentals. But anyway, he always groups them two together, Platini and Glenn Oddle. And I do the same with them because they were so good. They were just like, they was just like different. It's like watching Zidane.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Zidane yesterday, innit? Zidane was just, bro, that guy was cold, man. Yeah, people don't even get it. Oh, he didn't get no GA. Nobody cares, bruv. We don't care about your GA. Fuck your XG. Yeah, fuck your deep runs and PPDA and your ribs and dibs. Nobody cares, bruv. Did you win a trophy? Yes or no? Big up US citizens. Big up Lee and Matt. Hope your families are okay. It's sad what's happening at the parade. Prayers for everyone. Bless up to you, brother. All right, listen, big up the City fans in here as well. And yeah, it is sad what's happened, but don't let that dampen your day, guys. Hopefully everyone's all right. Yeah, and don't let that be overshadowing what's happened to all of our clubs this season, because Liverpool have absolutely stormed the league with ease. Literally. We didn't spend a single day at the top of the league. Big up to you, brother. Big up Andy as well. No, missus don't want me to... Oh, dear, oh, dear. Hey, Matty, give us your final thoughts before we end on a video that I'm going to play. That one of the viewers, big up Waffle, big up Shane, big up everyone inside. And we are going to raid damn pots. But give us your final thoughts on the season, because I think it's 58 days until we play AC Milan. I think it's 58 days, something like that. But what was your thoughts, your final closing thoughts, Matt, on the season that's just passed?
Man, it was more the same. Same as the season before last, the season before last. Absolutely nothing to show for it. Nobody's going to go back in history and say, oh, man, what a hell of a season it was that Arsenal got second place that year. Nobody's going to mention that. Nobody's going to be looking to look through history books to see where we finished this year. We all know it. Everybody's going to know it. And there'll be wise tales for years to come of how we threw away an 8-point lead. We'll remember for that, but we won't be remembered for anything much outside of that. Lee, we've got to, at some point, the madness has got to stop. But it has to stop with the fan base first. The madness has to start there.
100%.
You know, it's just a sad tale. Another sad season to another. I mean, long. This season was long. I said pain at the beginning of the season. I said pain. It was painful. This was pain.
Well, let's see Real Madrid win 2 trophies. I see Mahrez and Tony win a trophy.
Everybody else won. Everybody else. Everybody else. Everybody else is.
Right, Elche can win the title at the weekend.
Yeah. Not Arsenal. We're not winning anything. I guess the top gunners will get some joy when we play in the Emirates Cups this year. We play Hanover 96.
Oh, we're probably going to play fucking sport in Lisbon.
Yeah, we'll play. Yeah, we'll get Lisbon.
Yeah, Leipzig.
That's the Leipzig. They'll knock us out the tournament. They'll knock us out our own cup. Yeah.
Don't worry, man. At least we got a trip to Hong Kong to play Tottenham. Lovely stuff. Yeah, great. Well done. Fantastic, guys. So listen, bless up to all of you guys. This ain't going to be the last stream I do in the summer because I will be working.
Much love.
However,
thank you for everything, man. Thoroughly enjoyed you all. I'll be in and out. I'm gonna take some time off and get some recovery because this season is completely drained me, boy. I mean, completely drained. So yeah, but we'll be back.
No, listen, I don't blame you for taking time off because my birthday on the 5th of June. My friend's coming out on the 5th of June. Paul's he's not part of that mob, and his birthday's the 6th of June. Amp's coming out as well. Big up my fucking Scouse mate. He was at the fucking parade today. His missus is fucking blue nose. She's Everton, mate. Yeah, she must be seething. The whole of the city they live in is fucking red. And he's gassed. But they're coming out here on the 1st of June. It's my boy's birthday and it's Jez's birthday. Big up, Jezza. I see that. Bless up, mate. At least it's all working now. Cool. Bless up to you, mate. But yeah, Jez's birthday is the Champions League final on Saturday.
Yeah,
Shame we ain't there.
Yeah, I'll be watching the final with you on Saturday. So yeah.
If you want to pull up for the Conference League final, you can.
Yeah,
That's
that
up
week.
to
So
you.
yeah, I'll be there for that. Yeah, I'll be there for that this week. So yeah.
Yeah, big up, Jez. At least you got it working, man. I don't need to call you then, no. But yeah, Conference League final. Tomorrow I'm going to have a show with Rants. However, I am driving to Seville. I was supposed to go today, but I couldn't in the end. But I'm driving to Seville for a couple of days. And then I'll be back Wednesday evening for the Conference League. Hopefully, Isco, he's been called up for the national team.
Oh, a word?
Told you, mate. This guy, we watch this guy. He's a baller, bro. I'll take him in a heartbeat. Right, he's 33 years old, and he is absolutely fucking unbelievable. I love watching him play football.
The league goes the second or third highest goal scorer in La Liga is 33. Budimir.
Yeah, Budimir's old, man.
33. Yeah.
Yeah, Budimir. Man like Budimir, bro. We see DeMarcos yesterday. Yeah, Bilbao. Like that Bilbao. Anyone who ain't seen the highlights of that Bilbao Barca game yesterday, that game was unbelievable, by the way. Yeah, you even had Lamine Yamal tell the managers, fuck off. Told Hansi Flick, fuck off and shut up. Lamine Yamal just told him, fuck off. Yeah, Budimir is trash. I've never rated Budimir, man. I swear down, I've never rated him. But every year, he bags goals.
Gets goals. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, DeMarcos, yeah, proper captain, man. They lit the whole stadium up. Yeah, with his name all the way around the Bilbao Stadium in lights, and it was just spinning around with his name in it. Oh, sick, man. Yeah, and every single Barca fan, yeah, stood up and clapped him. Laporta, all of them, the hierarchy, Deco, everyone. Yeah, proper player, man. Yeah, we're seeing Modric. Hey, Modders is available. We should get him. He could be our Ozil. Oh, fucking maybe we should go and get him. Fucking, he's bulked up now.
Yeah, he can lead the line.
Man said 2 days off with the side thing. Now get out of here, Graham. You just enjoy your trophy, you Spursy fuck. How about that? But anyway, we are going to wrap. I'm going to play this video on loop twice. So it's going to go on for 2 minutes twice. So 4 minutes, guys, for you that don't understand maths. And then we're going to raid down pots. I'm going to take both us out. Yeah, and then it's going to play that, and then I'm going to end the stream. And bless up to all you guys, man. It's been a mosh, to say the least. However, it's ended in failure again. And I'd advise every single person that watches this, yeah, I swear down, fuck this football club if they don't do what we want in the summer. And anyone who supports another club that's in here, big up Daryl. Daryl, I'm going to be in Seville tomorrow. I'll come holler you, man. Yeah, I'll come holler you, brother. And anyone that supports another club that hasn't tasted success, watch La Liga, mate. Pick a La Liga team, because these teams in the Prem are shit. Anyways, we're out. Bless up to you all. Smash the likes up. When you raid Potsy, yeah? I think he's on with Sava. Potts, where's your trophy? Raid. We'll wind him up. But this is going to loop twice, this video. Big up Waffle for making the video as well. My G, bruv. We're out, guys. We're out.
Stan Kroenke, this message is for you. Straight from the heart of every Arsenal fan sat watching this video.
Arteta, get out! Get out!
Mikel Arteta has given everything to this club.
We're not in a title race, we're in a fucking battle for scraps like pigeons fighting over a chip.
The way he's built this team, the way the players believe in him.
We are fucking shit, mate.
The way the fans feel a sense of unity that was missing for so many years. We've gone from a team that was drifting to a team that's hungry for success.
I feel like I need to hold finishing workshops at training. Might as well teach them how to lace their boots properly while I'm at it. Honestly, if I was out any longer, we'd be out of the top 4.
But Stan, hunger isn't enough. It never is. This window was the moment. The chance to take this team to the next level. And yet here we are, still waiting for investment that should have been made.
Arteta has spent over 700 million, yeah, and you man got nothing up top, blood.
Still waiting for the signings that could have tipped us over the finish line. Still waiting for you to show us that you actually care.
I rated the window as a 7 out of 10. I think Arsenal have had a very good window.
The squad is thin, too thin. The injuries will come. Fatigue will set in. The pressure will mount.
This is the only bottle we'll be lifting this season. It has called the bottled it again, water bottle.
And when it does, we'll look at what we have and wonder why. When we were so close, you chose not to give us what we needed.
At this point, I might as well sack myself since the club won't do it. I don't know what else I have to do to get sacked.
Instead, we're left with a sense of disappointment, a sense of what could have been. We're not asking for miracles, we're asking for the commitment to make this dream a reality.
The ownership pets my Lego head after every match telling me how beautiful it is. They can't keep glazing me.
We're asking for the belief that we're not just here to compete for top four, but for trophies, proper trophies, for glory, for the future of Arsenal Football Club. Stan, I want you to do one thing. Sign
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Stan Kroenke, this message is for you. Straight from the heart of every Arsenal fan sat watching this video.
Arteta, get out! Get out!
Mikel Arteta has given everything to this club.
We're not in a title race, we're in a fucking battle for scraps like pigeons fighting over a chip.
The way he's built this team, the way the players believe in him.
We are fucking shit, mate.
The way the fans feel a sense of unity that was missing for so many years. We've gone from a team that was drifting to a team that's hungry for success.
I feel like I need to hold finishing workshops at training. Might as well teach them how to lace their boots properly while I'm at it. Honestly, if I was out any longer, we'd be out of the top four.
But Stan, hunger isn't enough. It never is. This window was the moment. The chance to take this team to the next level. And yet here we are, still waiting for investment that should have been made.
Arteta has spent over 700 million, yeah, and you man got nothing up top, blood.
Still waiting for the signings that could have tipped us over the finish line. Still waiting for you to show us that you actually care.
I rated the window as a 7 out of 10. I think Arsenal have had a very good window.
The squad is thin, too thin. The injuries will come. Fatigue will set in. The pressure will mount.
This is the only bottle we'll be lifting this season. It has called the bottled it again, water bottle.
And when it does, we'll look at what we have and wonder why. When we were so close, you chose not to give us what we needed.
At this point, I might as well sack myself since the club won't do it. I don't know what else I have to do to get sacked.
Instead, we're left with a sense of disappointment, a sense of what could have been. We're not asking for miracles, we're asking for the commitment to make this dream a reality.
The ownership pets my Lego head after every match telling me how beautiful it is. They can't keep glazing me.
We're asking for the belief that we're not just here to compete for top four, but for trophies, proper trophies, for glory, for the future of Arsenal Football Club. Stan, I want you to do one thing. Sign
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.